my goodness. All right. So I've been thinking about this one. Excuse the airplane noise. I actually work near an airport, but I'm kind of struggling with the idea of what video to make next, and largely it has to do with kind of what I do. What do I do for a living, right? I do work in media. I work for a large mega church, and part of why I even did the last video had less to do with van life, although van life is sort of a symptom, right? And the symptom is, why do we follow the people that we follow? Why do we call certain people experts? YouTubers in general, I found myself following certain YouTubers, thinking that I was getting a certain level of expertise, and then realizing later what they have is time and access to equipment and desire, right? So anyway, thought I'd take you through my day and you get to see and maybe hear some of my thoughts as I sort of traverse this question today. Let's see, what do they have on the internet today? Who's selling what? Viltrox. Man, there's lots of reviews on Viltrox. $176. Okay, not $150, but okay. You know, I wanted to do a quick video on how much influencers can actually influence us and whether or not that's a good idea. So I bought this lens, right? It's a 20mm Viltrox lens. The whole big selling point is that it's cheap and you're basically, for the quality or bang for the buck, you're getting a really nice lens. And that's kind of true, but the reality is that there were 20 YouTubers that reviewed this lens at the time of launch. And so I'm a little late to this, but also I wanted to give you a realistic expectation on what this really delivers. And this is really the point of whether or not we should be overly influenced by social media influencers. It's sometimes we make these purchases and they're not exactly the product that was promised, in the sense that when you buy something like this, you're probably not necessarily getting the biggest bang for your buck from the perspective of whether or not you really should have bought the lens in the first place. And there is an argument to be made that sometimes you can't afford it. I get all of that, and so I'm not trying to disparage people that can't afford to spend money on a lens. What I am saying though is, you may not need this lens. The lens itself does have some qualities to it. It just made me realize that sometimes we buy things, sometimes without question, thinking it's going to solve a problem, but what it does is it might create other problems. I don't want to make this a review about a lens, because, you know, whatever. If you want to buy a lens, and if you don't. But it was really more this thought that, you know, should we be listening to everyone? We'll get back to the whole idea of van life. Should you be jumping into van life based upon the recommendation of somebody who can't pay their rent or whatever, right? Or whatever it is. And so that's really kind of what I was thinking about and struggling with for a couple of weeks. Way more than you guys realize. I just wanted to put that out there and, you know, let you judge for yourself on the lens itself. You know, for 150 bucks, 175 bucks, depending on when you're looking at this video, the price might change a little, but I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, sometimes maybe it's better to save your money, you know? Maybe it's better to buy a GoPro. Maybe it's better to use an Insta360 instead of spending, you know, $2,500 on a camera and extra $200 to $1,000 on a lens. And that's really kind of the point. All right, I think that's it for now. Let's just get back to what you're doing, and I'll see you on the next video.
And all my friends are leaving, but I wanna stay. we just